Mount Wuyi is the most outstanding area for biodiversity conservation in southeast China and a refuge for a large number of ancient, relict species, many of them endemic to China. The serene beauty of the dramatic gorges of the Ninban River, with its numerous temples and monasteries, many now in ruins, provided the setting for the development and spread of neo-Confucianism, which has been influential in the cultures of East Asia since the 11th century. In the 1st century BC, a large administrative capital was built at nearby Chengcun by the Han Dynasty rulers. Its massive walls enclose an archaeological site of great significance. Mount Wuyi, located in China's southeast province of Fujian, contains the largest, most representative example of a largely intact forest encompassing the diversity of the Chinese subtropical forest and the South Chinese rainforest. Of enormous importance for biodiversity conservation, the property acts as a refuge for an important number of ancient, relict plant species, many of them endemic to China, and contains an extremely rich flora and fauna, including significant numbers of reptile, amphibian and insect species. The serene beauty of the dramatic gorges of the Ninban River is of exceptional scenic quality in its juxtaposition of smooth rock cliffs with clear, deep water. Situated along this river are numerous temples and monasteries, many now in ruins, which provided the setting for the development and spread of neo-Confucianism, a political philosophy which has been very influential in the cultures of East Asia since the 11th century. In particular, there are no fewer than 35 ancient Confucian academies dating from the northern Sung to Qing dynasties, 10th to 19th centuries CE. In addition, the area contains tombs, inscriptions and rock shelters with wooden boat coffins dating back to the Shang dynasty, 2nd century BCE, and the remains of more than 60 Taoist temples and monasteries. In the 1st century BC, a large administrative capital was built at nearby Chengcun by the Han Dynasty rulers. Its massive walls enclose an archaeological site of great significance. The property consists of 4 protected areas: Wuyi National Nature Reserve in the west, Ninban Stream Ecological Protection Area in the center and Wuyi National Scenic Area in the east are contiguous, and the protection area for the remains of ancient Han Dynasty is a separate area, about 15 kilometers to the southeast. Totaling 107,044 hectares, the property is surrounded by a buffer zone of 40,170 hectares and has been inscribed for cultural as well as scenic and biodiversity values. Mount Wuyi is a landscape of great beauty that has been protected for more than 12 centuries. It contains a series of exceptional archaeological sites, including the Han city established in the 1st century BCE and a number of temples and study centers associated with the birth of neo-Confucianism in the 11th century CE. Mount Wuyi was the cradle of neo-Confucianism, a doctrine that played a dominant role in the countries of Eastern and Southeastern Asia for many centuries and influenced philosophy and government over much of the world. The spectacular landforms in the eastern scenic area around Ninban Stream, Lower Gorge, are of exceptional scenic quality, with isolated, sheer-sided monoliths of the local red sandstone. They dominate the skyline for a tortuous 10 km section of the river, standing 200 to 400 meters above the riverbed, and terminate in clear, deep water. The ancient cliff tracks are an important dimension of the site, allowing the visitor to get a bird's-eye view of the river. Mount Wuyi is one of the most outstanding subtropical forests in the world. It is the largest, most representative example of a largely intact forest encompassing the diversity of the Chinese subtropical forest and the South Chinese rainforest, with high plant diversity. It acts as a refuge for a large number of ancient, relict plant species, many of them endemic to China and rare elsewhere in the country. It also has an outstanding faunal diversity, especially with respect to its reptile, amphibian and insect species.